Megan Olivi, Brett Okamoto backstage in Las Vegas. I feel like we have been so spoiled lately.
Because we have.
Yeah. Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez. I don't even have words. That was insane. It was amazing. I feel so blessed to have been in there to watch it. Your reaction to it?
I mean, I don't just want to sit up here and repeat things that Max said, that Dana White said, but first, give Yair a ton of credit,
yes.
man. I mean, I know that fans have gotten on this guy a little bit over the inactivity, some of the matchups that he's had to pull out of. That guy came back from a 2-year layoff and fought Max Holloway, who a lot of people think is the featherweight champion. Give Alex Volkanovski his full credit, but they're right there neck and neck, right? And he just delivered a great performance. The fact that he was able to come back and fight and make a run in the 5th round after all the body work that Max Holloway did. Yair Rodriguez is a special talent, but Max Holloway is just a more special talent right now. We've known that about him for years, but he showed it again tonight.
You know, they both were transported to the hospital because they both literally put it all on the line there. But when you look at, okay, what could be next for both of them? You know, yes, Yair did not get his hand raised. However, it seems like his stock might have almost gone up from that. Would you agree?
For sure. Yeah, I think he's bigger now and more popular now than he was coming into this fight. And that's, when you got Max Holloway putting you over and climbing into your, I don't know if you saw this, but climbing into your ambulance, to take a photo and you're both going to the hospital. Like, that's how much Max loved his performance. I think the fans are going to be the same way. So, yes, Yair's stock goes up. And then for Max, man, there's just so many different options that we can talk about.
I want to talk about those because Michael Bisping sort of pressed him inside the octagon twice saying, what do you want? Is there a name? And he sort of hesitated a little bit on there, just saying, hey, I have a lot of options and people should be calling me out. But if you're Max Holloway or you're on Max Holloway's team, I mean, what's the suggestion? What's next truly in terms of who he will be facing?
Conor McGregor. If you have a chance to fight Conor McGregor, you fight Conor McGregor. So I can tell you right now, Max is, he's not answering the question, but they're all sitting back there saying, like, they're checking Conor McGregor's Twitter feed right now and seeing that if he tweeted about this fight, I guarantee it. So that's the fight that he and his team are going to want. And I think I give Michael Bisping credit for trying to box him in, but I also give Max credit for you don't need to say a name because, like you said, you have all of those options out there. So just wait, see which one comes to you because you want the biggest one, and the biggest one is Conor McGregor.
Last question on this main event. It almost feels sad at some point because it took place in this small, intimate venue in the Apex where you can just imagine if there were tens of thousands of people inside an arena standing on their feet for that sort of battle. I mean, when you look at what happened here on an afternoon in Las Vegas, what really comes to mind about the intimate setting of where we saw this happen?
I mean, it's hard to put it into words. Even like Max fought twice this year, and he didn't fight for a championship at all. And that's the first time that it happened in a calendar year since 2015.
Yeah.
This guy is used to fighting in championship fights. But he gave on 2 incredible performances. And in January, when he fought in Abu Dhabi, there were some fans allowed in the building, but it was a smaller crowd. It was not really the same thing. And for the performances that this guy put on, it's just I feel very, very fortunate to have been there and seen these fights in person. And that's just, I think that's how we all feel. In a weird last 2 years or so that I think that a lot of people realize that we took some things for granted, and seeing Max Holloway fight in front of live is truly an honor. And so I'm very happy that I got to do it twice this year.
Yeah, absolutely. The Apex just keeps these events going. We are so lucky to be able to have this facility, and man, has it seen some fights this year.
It certainly has.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.